If you have been on TikTok anytime recently, you have probably run across these viral overalls from Cider.
Floral Cider overalls are back in stock.
This might be the cutest thing I've ever put on my body.
I can fully understand the hype around these. The patterns are really, really cool. They look super comfortable and they're only like 35 bucks. But anytime I ever see something that inexpensive, I get a little skeptical. I needed to find out exactly why these were only 35 bucks. I mean, the website looks pretty good. So why are these so inexpensive? I did just a little bit of digging, and in a surprise to no one, I found that these were actually made of polyester, which is plastic. You guys know that I am not a huge fan of plastic clothing. I also noticed that these were not overly complicated as far as design goes. The pattern kind of does all the heavy lifting. I mean, really, it's just a pair of pants or even a pair of shorts with a bib and some straps. That's not really that complicated. And because it's not really that complicated, I thought, why not go ahead and try to make my own version of the Cider overalls. Now, I know that when I make these myself, chances are pretty good that the quality is going to be at least comparable to what you would get from Cider, if not a little bit better. And if for no other reason, then I'm gonna use cotton rather than polyester. So when I went through my fabric stash, I found these two cotton fabrics that I was kind of torn between. I love both of them, so I took it to Instagram to see what you guys thought. And overwhelmingly, you guys selected the purple and green curtain panels from World Market that I actually thrifted for 5 bucks. Even though I was pretty confident that I could put these together with no problem, I did decide to make a mock-up. A few weeks ago, I created a pattern for just some elastic waist, wide-legged pants, and I decided to use that as the base for the shorts that I was gonna make for these overalls. Also, I decided to make just a couple of alterations to the design of this, mainly because I didn't want to do an invisible zipper. I decided instead what I'm going to do is make the back waistband elastic so that I still get that fit, but have the smooth front that you see in the original design. I also like those two front pleats that it has down the front legs, and I needed to kind of test those out as well. So I put together a mock-up in this really cool like blue and yellow paisley fabric that I just happen to have a lot of, and that's available on my Ko-fi page if anybody wants their own. And overall, I was really happy with it. I thought that these came out really stinking cute. And that gave me the confidence to cut out the pattern for the purple and green version. Now, if this is something you want to try yourself, my first recommendation is to find a shorts pattern that is very simple, a little high-waisted, and kind of just skims the hips just a little bit. Everything else you can modify just enough to get this looking the way that you want it to look. After a couple of test runs with my mock-up, my bib ended up being 12.5 inches at the top, 18 inches at the bottom, and then 15 inches tall, and I folded it over 1 inch at the top so that I have kind of a more stable place for the buttons to go. So you do kind of have to make it this like rhombus shape or parallelogram shape. I'm not real sure what geometric shape it is, but make it a shape. And then on top of that, I cut out a chest pocket, and that was 10.5 inches by 6.5 inches with the edges folded in, and sewed that in the center of my bib. And then last night, I also put together the shorts. Another change that I made to the design for this is I actually decided to do external pockets on the front and the back. I know they're really hard to see with the pattern, but I just didn't want to do inside pockets because I think it bulges weird. So I like these exterior pockets. Stuff still fits in, but it doesn't blow things out of whack from the inside out. That probably doesn't make any sense at all. I did fold down the waistband on the front. You can see my little like micro pleats right there as well. And then on the back, it is elastic. And I thought this turned out really, really good. So today, what I have left to do is to attach the bib to the front, attach the straps to the back here, add some buttons, do some buttonholes, and then roll up the bottom of the shorts, and they're just about done. So let's get that done. I sewed the bib on the wrong way. Every time I get too confident, the universe just pushes me back down. That'll teach me. The bib is attached. The only things that are left are hemming the shorts, getting the buttons on, and then putting buttonholes in the straps. Going to put buttons on the bib, so up here on the corners. And then I was actually thinking, would it be worthwhile to put buttons on the back of the waistband here, where the straps connect, so that in theory I could adjust it back here, rather than on the front, like Cider does. Because Cider has it where there are all these buttonholes on the front, and then you're left with like these flappy guys that if you have to adjust, you're just in the breeze. So if I could put the little tails down the back of the shorts, they wouldn't go flapping around. I haven't really decided what the best course of action is for that, so I'm not sure. But I'm gonna get something done. I think I should just put them on with the strap over the shoulder and see if they're actually gonna need to be adjusted anyway. Let's do that and see where we're at. I actually don't think it's gonna need to be adjusted that far. I think the straps are just gonna fit the way that they're supposed to. I don't wanna show you the whole thing because I don't wanna give it away, but the top of it looks really good. I'm pretty excited about these. We'll do the straps and the buttons and the shorts, and then we're done. These are pretty simple. Okay, I needed to change because I was going to sit down and edit for a while, and overalls are not known as being great lounging clothes, but I love them. I love them so much. The one thing I wish I would have done was put belt loops on it so that I could have a little bit more confidence that the back was going to not like scooch down my butt, but I think they're awesome. The fit works for me. It fits me very well, and it was really pretty easy. The big thing with these is getting a shorts pattern that works for you, and then just making them a little bit more high rise, putting some elastic in the back, and putting some straps and the bib onto it. Very, very easy. And I could see how they could be pretty versatile as well. I could make a pair that have wider leg shorts. I could make a pair that have long legs. All kinds of adaptations, I guess. Hopefully this is something that you would be interested in trying out, because I think these could work for lots and lots of people. I would like to give a special thanks to all of my makers over on Ko-fi. Thanks to you guys, I am able to do a lot of the things that I can do. If you would like to become a maker and get early access to some found fabrics and sewing notions that I run across, head on over there. It's only $2 a month, and I do kind of give you some sneak peeks as to what's coming, as well as, like I said, early access to some pretty cool fabrics and sewing accessories. If you don't want to be a member, not a big deal, nothing else changes. Otherwise, give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe because I do stuff like this fairly often, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!